When we see the word factoring or factor, we're looking at the two pieces that multiply or whose product is equal to the result. For example, if 12 is a value, I know two factors are 3 times 4. 1 times 12 is another pair of factors, as well as 2 times 6. So those are factors, and notice all of them would be equivalent to 12. So what we do in algebra then is we take something that has variables and we want to ask ourselves, through the distributive property, I want to find two products such that when I distribute, I get back my original. So in the first form, if you notice the C is positive. The only way you can get two positives or get a positive C is to multiply a negative times a negative or a positive times a positive. Well, because of the process of the distributing or foiling, I want this B or middle term, when I add it, to be positive. So notice if you have this form, you have two positives in those two pieces. So looking at 4, 4 is made up of 1 times 4, those are its factors, and 2 times 2. Which combination here makes my middle term when I do that FOIL process? Looks like the 1 and the 4. You could have put it 4 and 1. It doesn't matter because when I go and do my distributive property, which we've nicknamed FOIL, multiplying my first terms, my outside and my inside, and that's where that 5x needs to come from, and multiplying the last. 4x plus 1x is 5x. The second form is similar except for that the b is negative. So notice my signs in my parentheses are negative. So when I take a look at the factors of 2, there's only one pair, 1 times 2. So if I put a 1 and a 2, let's see, do they together make a negative 3? Well, negative 1x and negative 2x sure does make a negative 3. So you need to think of this kind of as a puzzle. We want things in factored form, so we can use our zero product property to find the solutions, which are known as the roots or the x-intercepts. Form 3 is different. It has a negative in the C position and a positive here. So the only way I can get a negative is to multiply a positive times a negative on my last terms. Notice the 7, only factors are 1 and 7. The result of these two together need to make me a positive 6. So I think that the positive needs to be on the 7 and the negative on the 1, such that when I do my outside and inside, I get 7x and a negative 1x, which in fact combines to be negative 6. Oh, how about positive 6? Positive 7 minus 1. And in the last case, again, it's got that negative there. So my sign, one of them has to be negative. And I need to figure out which one that is. So I look at the 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. Which combination is going to give me the negative 2? A negative 4 and a positive 2. So I'm going to put the negative 4 in this position, the 2. When I use my foiling, I don't really need to check the first and the last because I can see that I've kind of made them match here. This 4 times 2 matches right there to be that negative 8. What I really need to do is check the outside and inside. The outside is a negative 4x. The inside is a positive 2x. And together, they make that negative 2. So it's a puzzle, and it's made up of the factors, which are the two items that multiply, and they have to make the last term, and then they need to add, combine together to make the inside.